Hey everybody, it's your man James, Mr. One Treasures, back again with some more video action for you. This is another one of those clipped videos from one of my live streams of the past with a topic I thought would be kind of interesting. I talk about what it is that's sort of missing in the comics today, which is really the professionalism that you don't see so much from the way the both the creators and the editorial staffs tend to act. So I thought it was kind of interesting, especially with some of the stuff we're seeing going on right now in comics. So I just thought you guys would dig checking this out. Like I said, very thought provoking, and I hope you enjoy it. But I want to thank you all for joining me for this, and be sure to remind you, if you like what you hear here, drop a like down there so you can help out the algorithms on the channel. Also, please, if you got any comments, drop them down there so I can hear what you got to say, because I'm always interested in your folks' thoughts. And don't forget that if you haven't subscribed, please make sure to subscribe so you don't miss all the great content that's being put out around here. And if you have subscribed, share out some links and bring some new folks into the fold, because we always appreciate that. Thank you all for joining today. I hope you get something out of this and enjoy it. And I will be back with more stuff soon. Until then, take care.
They are the term I have called hacktivists. These creators are hacks. They don't have real creativity. They're creatively bankrupt, as Eric July, Young Ripper 59 here on YouTube. Shout out to Eric. That he's always saying that these modern creators are creatively bankrupt because they don't create anything. They either just destroy or alter classic icons. That's what all the blackwashing is about. That's what's all the gender swapping is about. They don't have any real creative ideas. These people have no idea what they're doing. They don't know how to be creative, to create something new and fresh, or even to take something that's previously existed and do it in an entertaining way. They can't even manage that. These people are hacks. Ta-Nehisi Coates is a hack. Dan Slott is a hack. Nick Spencer is a hack. They're all hacks. And I call them hacktivists, because that's what it's really about for them. They don't care about entertaining an audience. They don't care about creating great fiction. It's about pushing the ideology, pushing the narrative, and pushing it wherever they can. Whether it fits or not, square peg in a round hole, just hammer it through. Doesn't matter what we destroy, so long as you push that narrative. And again, comics are all the poorer for this type of mentality. They have lost so much. But now I'm going to hit you here with one final bit. And this one is significant in a way that all others are not, for what you're going to see at the end. This is from Hulk 420 by Peter David and Gary Frank. This is the famous AIDS issue, where the two main characters in this, Betty Banner and the Hulk, each take separate stories dealing with the AIDS epidemic. The Hulk's is his former sidekick Jim Wilson is dying of AIDS, and so he comes to the Hulk asking him for some of his blood to heal him, because the Hulk's blood does have healing power. But the Hulk is concerned that he'll end up creating another monster like himself if he does this. So that's the conundrum for him. What Betty deals with, and you see here, is she's working at like a help hotline, and a guy calls up who has just found out he's HIV positive, and he wants to end his life because he's so distraught at what this means. And you can see here he's like telling her, that he's afraid of what everyone's going to think. All the guys that they used to think he was a great football hero and all this, and now they're all going to see is they're going to think I'm gay, or they're going to think I'm like Typhoid Mary, and they're going to fear me. And she goes, "Who cares what they think? You can't give up." And he goes that he's made a decision that he's going to make the final play. He goes, "I don't want to be scared anymore, scared of dying, or what my girl would say if I told her." And then this is where Betty, like he hasn't told her yet, and she goes, "You have to tell her. She's at risk. You need to tell her." And then Betty notices, she goes, "What's that noise? Getting louder, rumbling. Sounds like a..." And then she comes to understand. "Oh my God, Chet, you're not... Chet, no, God, no. Get off there. Move." He goes, "I think I'm going to puke." And then she's like, "Chet, tell me her name. She's got to know. I'll make it right. Trust me." And it's, "Hallelujah, Betty. Hallelujah. I've seen the light, Betty. Hallelujah, Elizabeth. Hallelujah." And she's begging him to tell him. He goes, "Oh, yeah, okay. Her name is..." Wow, that train sure moves fat. And it ends. This is the end. This is how it ends. He didn't give the name. He kills himself, and the girl doesn't know. A very downbeat ending, a very sad and somber ending to this story. And You know, it's not the Hollywood happy ending you would normally, or even the superhero happy ending you would normally expect. That's what gives it its resonance. It's dealing with a real world topic in a way that feels real. And this is how you handle anything like that. When you want to handle politics or a social issue in a book, this is how you do it. This is the right way to do it. But at the time when this book came out, people were angry, literally angry at Peter David for this story. Why? Because of the downbeat ending. Because the guy was, in a way, he's kind of a jerk. He hasn't told anybody. He didn't tell his girl that he's infected so she can see if she is infected. And he ends his life before she can find out. And so now there's another person out there who may or may not be infected is going to find out the hard way and continue the spread of the disease. This guy was completely selfish and a jerk. And people were very upset at that. So much so that a few issues later, in the letters page, it gets addressed right here. Editor Bobby Chase, who was editor of the Hulk's book at the time. Now I'm going to read this verbatim because this is important. And again, this dissertation she writes here, this response to all the angry letters about how the story ended, it will speak exactly to why comics of the past are superior in entertainment and an impact to modern comics. There seemed to be a general dissatisfaction expressed in the mail on this issue for what we didn't put into the story, more so than for what we did. As a supporter of Peter's writing, I'd like to stress that Peter is a comic book writer first, and the role of social commentator takes a back seat to this. Peter is allotted 22 pages every month to tell the fictional tales of the Incredible Hulk. Not the Incredible Jim Wilson, not the Incredible HIV epidemic. For the slice of life story Peter told, and for his commitment to writing interesting characters and not just politically correct ones, I'm proud of him. On the flip side, I'm also proud of him for tackling morally and politically charged issues in a comic book. With 22 pages a month, we can't begin to satisfy everybody. I stress to everyone again, this story is not about our commitment to the AIDS cause. It is about the Hulk, first and foremost. We could not tell a story from every angle with every important facet of the AIDS epidemic. Bam. Bobby Chase. Beautiful. Encore. Encore. Bravo. This mentality you see right here in what she expressed. This is what's missing in comics today. I'm going to hit you again with the main facets in here. I'd like to stress that Peter is a comic book writer first, and the role of social commentator takes a backseat to this. Peter is allotted 22 pages every month to tell the fictional tales of the Incredible Hulk, not the Incredible Jim Wilson, not the Incredible HIV epidemic. For his commitment to writing interesting characters and not just politically correct ones, I'm proud of him. With 22 pages a month, we can't begin to satisfy everybody. There it is, folks. That's it. That's what's missing. This. Editors who feel this way. Creators who feel this way. The story and the characters come first. Social commentator, social commentary, pushing your politics and things of that nature, that takes a back seat to be telling entertaining stories with interesting characters, not just politically correct ones. This right here is what it's all about.